Hi, God's most beautiful and precious people. I pray that you all are having a purpose-filled and prosperous weekend. So the word of the Lord right now is it's time to buckle down. It's time to buckle down. These last 4 months of 2020, it's really time to buckle down and tune into the Lord, tap into the promises of the Lord, to focus on the Lord's will and the Lord's purpose over your life. The Lord wants you to really delight yourself in Him so He can give you the desires of your heart. It's time for you to sever the ties with these people. It's time for you to cut the cords, to cut the strings with people, places, and things that are not in accordance with God's will for your life. Because if you do not, you will delay yourself. You will cause setbacks in your life. It will cause you to go backwards. And the Lord does not intend for His people to be moving backwards in this time. His will is for you to be moving forward, to be progressing, to be going to the next level. And when you start to cut these people off, when you start to sever these ties with these people and these things that you are holding on to, you'll see the Lord move in your life like never before. And a lot of people are not going to understand what the Lord is doing, what the Lord is calling you to do, why the Lord is telling you to do these things, why the Lord is telling you to end relationships, why He's telling you to cut these things off, why He's telling you to leave these things behind, why He's telling you to leave these things in the past, let the past be the past. They're not going to understand, because the Lord says that the carnal minded cannot perceive the things of the Spirit. So if those who are walking in the will of God, who are walking in the Spirit of God, they are going to understand. They're not going to hold any grudge. There's not going to be any bitterness. There's not going to be any malice. There's not going to be any ill feelings, ill will towards you, because they know and understand that we should hold people and things by a loose string, because at any time the Lord can cut the strings. He can cut the ties. He can close those doors on these things, because sometimes the things in places and people are temporal. They're temporary things. They're only meant to be in your life for a season. And when you start to move and progress in the will of God and focus on building God's kingdom and doing the will of God, God starts to elevate you. And sometimes you outgrow things, you outgrow people, you outgrow places. And so if these people are angry with you for moving forward, for going forward in the will of God, then they're not for you. Because the Spirit testifies with the Spirit. God's Spirit testifies with His Spirit within you. So these people who are in the will of God and walking with God as you are walking with God, they know and understand how God works and how God operates. So it's time to really buckle down right now, because the Lord is opening doors. He's opening doors. He's moving people into promises. He's elevating people. He's taking you to the next level. He's transitioning you into the promises that He has already set in place for your life, that He's predetermined and predestined for your life, even before your time began, even before you were birthed into this world. So it's time for you to let these people go. It's time for you to let these things go. It's time for you to let these emotions go. It's time for you to let these doubts, these fears, all these things that is not in the will of God, that is not focused on helping you, push you into purpose. You need to let it go, because the things of God will constantly push you towards purpose and not pull you away from purpose. The things that are not of God will pull you and draw you away from God. But God will send people into your life that constantly pushes you, advances you, progresses you into His will, His purpose, His desires for your life. So it's time to buckle down, people. And I'm saying this because the word is for me too. The Lord has called me to sever ties with people that I didn't think that He would call me to sever ties with. So this is why we have to know and understand that everything that we have in this world is loaned to us by God. It doesn't belong to us, but it belongs to God anyway. People, things, places, they all belong to God. They don't belong to us. They're just loaned to us by God, so that we could advance His kingdom, build His kingdom, establish His kingdom in the establish his will, his desires, his purpose within us. We are just vessels being used by God to furnish his kingdom. So I pray that this word of the Lord blesses somebody. I pray that it helps you, and I pray that you respond to this word, you take heed to this word, and that you open your heart and your mind to receive this word. I'm praying for you guys, and I love you guys. You guys be blessed, and know that the Lord is with you wherever you go. He never leaves you nor forsakes you, and he has your best interest at heart, and he loves you so dearly. So I'll see you guys next time.